Hey guys, this is Natasha, founder of Next Level Nonprofits. I know this month in September I've done like a million posts on skills. We've like gone over board development, reporting and planning and board meetings and I want to just do a post today on the support side of what Next Level Nonprofits is all about. Again, we're a combination of skills and support. We truly believe that to thrive as an executive director, you do need a lot of technical ability to do that. However, we also know that you are incredibly smart and driven and motivated, and a lot of times if you're that type of personality, you just need someone to encourage you. And I just want to do a talk today, a really quick talk about, what do you do when you feel like you're not measuring up? um, this is one experience, one thing I feel like all the time, just being a driven personality, you're always looking to accomplish something, and you're always trying to do the best job that you can. But there's moments, I know for me, like almost every day, where you feel like you're not doing a good enough job, and that might be in your situation, working with your board or working with your staff or your donors or, again, like you look at colleagues who are doing so many bigger things, quote unquote, bigger things than you, and you just feel like whether you're embarrassed or disappointed or sad because you just feel like deep down you're like I'm not doing a good job. I'm not measuring up. I'm not doing what they're paying me to do. um do I have what it takes? I don't know. And these thoughts run through your mind, and I don't know if it's just you, but I know like almost every day I have those thoughts as I'm growing and building businesses and learning new things and meeting new people, and the question is always on my mind of you always feel, for me, you always feel like you're falling short. That you're not necessarily doing all that you could do or becoming all that you could be or doing as good a job as you could do, and I just want to share with you some ideas of things that help me when I'm feeling like that. And again, that's a totally normal feeling, and it doesn't mean that you are not the right person for the job. We all have self-doubt. We all question whether we have what it takes to do it. And a couple ideas of what I have. Things that I do when I'm feeling like really overwhelmed and just really disappointed in myself is, I try to look at the big picture. Really, what am I trying to accomplish? And in your case, what exactly are you trying to accomplish in your job? And it's not necessarily about you or, again, moving up the ladder, like in your career. It's the big picture, like let's just say you work for like an organization that does, sexual abuse. You focus on helping kids who've experienced sexual abuse. The big picture of your work, despite the challenges you're facing, is for the purpose of helping those kids who've experienced sexual abuse. That's incredible. Just keep focused on that. Keep focused on the big picture of why you're doing what you're doing. And sometimes the day-to-day things just kind of come second after that. They don't look quite as big. The second thing that I know I do when I feel, disappointed or overwhelmed or, again, just sad about, what I am doing or not doing as a person is I pray about it, and I'm just, I'll say things like, God, like only through your strength can I do this. And God, this is your gig, that you've obviously called me to do a certain thing. And I love the expression of, if it's God's will, it's God's bill. And that resonates with me, like from a financial standpoint, but also from like an emotional standpoint. That if you know that you're called to do what you're doing, um, then it's kind of God's deal. He's put you here, He's called you here, He's equipped you to do it, and He's not going to leave you high and dry. He wouldn't put you there to see you suffer in your job, right? So there's going to be moments where you're incredibly, you know, again, question, are you the right person? But then you just remember, it's not you that puts you there, it's God who put you there, and He's going to do something through you. And just to have the faith that He will be with you every moment to moment, and just don't give up on Him, right? Because He's the one that wants you in that spot. And then the third thing is, choose one thing that you can do. I know for me in my career right now, and as a business person, is, there's one thing that I'm really struggling with, like as a skill set that I'm really learning how to develop, and it's very frustrating for me, and it's very difficult, and um, but I also think, okay, what is one thing I can do to get better in this area? And so I picked one thing that I'm going to start doing that's going to help me little bit by little bit get better. And then it's kind of like you eat the elephant. How do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. right? So, in the moments when I do feel disappointed and questioning my ability and all those different things, I think, okay, you know what? There's so many things I do now that I had to learn how to do, that now I do so instinctively that I don't even think about it. What I'm learning now will eventually be like that. So let's keep this in perspective. What's the first little thing that I can do to move this forward? And then just take that one little step, and commit to seeing it through. And because I really believe you are the right person, and you are doing an incredible job in what you're doing, and it is normal to face self-doubt. That's incredibly normal. And you wouldn't be, a leader if you didn't do that. And I think it keeps us sharp, because we don't take it for granted, and we want to get better, and we want to improve, and our intention is in the right place. Our heart's in the right place. But you can't let it defeat you, and you can't let it get in your head. And so it's going to happen. You're going to get those thoughts. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that we can get better. We can have more faith. And we can keep a big picture. And anyhow, I hope that helps. If any of that kind of resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment, and or come see me on Twitter. Follow me Ngolinsky, Ngolinsky on Twitter. And we're looking forward to hearing your feedback. I'll talk to you soon.